Welcome to another Elite Racer Series race. We're here in the third to last race of the season, the third race of the chase. This is Auto Club. It's going to be insanity, as always, at Auto Club. A lot of drafting going to come into play. And we're going to see some big moves, unpredictability, and who knows when we have the chase. I'm joined by Eli. Hopefully his game works and it doesn't die, as it has been for a little bit. We also have LT as in-race reporter, who decided to skip qualifying, and he'll be starting from the rear for his second straight heat race. Eli, Auto Club, fun track. Do you expect to see some big bunny moves?
I hope so. If there is not, I'm disappointed.
All
I'll
right.
be saddened.
I hope LT makes it 5 wide at some point.
If he doesn't, that's no, he can't.
And
Better.
Eli's going to need to make it 5 wide because he's still 18 points behind Big Jim, who I heard grab
Oh.
pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a point. So now LT's technically 19 back. LT, how are you going to approach this race knowing you have a big gap to make up to Big Jim?
Well, you see, all I have to do is avoid those big curbs. Oh wait, no, that was the other race today.
You stole my joke.
Make big moves. Yeah, 5 wide, 6 wide. I'll try to make it exciting. That's the plan. I don't know if it's high draft or normal draft, but either or should be fun.
You see, I was going to say, hopefully the track doesn't start coming up.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
That'd be a huge problem and something we can't control. LT, why
It's
aren't
good
you
for the
in
fans though,
Discord
apparently
yet?
though. Oh,
Yeah.
let's do that. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Race control is mad at me.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they should have fixed their track. I don't know.
Oh. Well,
If the track breaks, can we blame Brennan?
yes. Yes, that's how it works, you know. If something that it cannot be controlled by someone other than the person who made it breaks, then you can still just blame the sanctioning body.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Now, if they leave a curb after removing one curb, then you can blame them because that is actually their fault. So if the track
what
breaks and then they fix the track and then break more of the track, then if they take like a pickaxe to the track, right?
Sure. Yeah, we can go with that.
Apparently Brett is having issues with his wheel. That is the reason for this delay of race. That or they're trying to clean up some of the oil dry down in turn 1. I think someone went out there and did some laps in qualifying leaking oil.
Now I wonder if dumping someone on the last lap is legal. Just straight up.
I mean, Big Jim might feel obligated. I'm sure Big Jim is none too happy, probably driving a little angry, as evidenced by his stream that he did a little bit ago
And his
that just
Twitter
said
post.
Chase Briscoe Simulator 2021, and his Twitter post. He is none too happy about how the race ended. So, yeah, if you're behind Big Jim on the last lap, he might not lift out of
You
the
should
throttle.
go cut through the grass.
That might not work as good as it does at the
Nah,
Indy Road.
it'll be alright.
What they need to do in real life is have it like Heat, where if you cut, your car has to stop.
Automatically.
Yeah, it just like it senses you're far enough off track, and it's just like it just cuts the power.
It just stops you in the middle of the track with the car.
Well, that would be ghosting. The car could just ghost.
True, I guess so. There's like a switch they hit. Invisible. Yeah.
This is great race coverage. This is great
Oh,
rain
yeah.
delay coverage. It looks like we're going to have about 13 people, 4 of which did not qualify. Only 9 qualifiers. Brennan with a blistering lap of 39.550. Everyone else was 39.4 below, although Chasing was very close to not being in the 39.4s. Same with Alpha. There were a lot of 39 point something something nines. We have a 499, a 489, a 469, a 409. And we're still in this rain delay, as it seems like a
Yep.
cloud is. Although I feel like if it's raining, we could just let them go off into turn one and.
We have some weepers. That's the problem.
No, I feel like the pace car driver's gonna say it's ready to go, and then you're gonna go down to turn one and wreck. Is there an 18 in this race?
Well, Katie quit, so
Oh. There's a 19 though, so
there it is.
that's you. Man, we are still waiting on Brett, it seems like. Eli, I don't know what else to talk about. We've kind of exhausted
I
the
know.
NASCAR joke.
Um,
We've kind of said everything wrong about NASCAR races.
don't like things on Twitter. That's
Yeah, don't respond to something with facts and evidence, because then you just get caught into some like replying storm where they're not even talking to you anymore. They're just talking to other people, but your name's still tagged in, so you're getting the whole thing about it.
Also, if you're really, really angry after your driver got wrecked, just don't say anything. Just don't go on social media.
yeah. Don't
Exert your
yeah.
opinion, because it may not be good.
Looks like Brennan's going with the 5 for this race. It's a smart move. Can we talk about the dangers of racing Daytona and Talladega while we man, this is thrilling race coverage.
Yeah, this is it's getting hot in the car. Just sitting here.
They should let you get out. They have water
Yeah, I don't
bottle
know.
people coming around. They did that in the race
I
today.
tried to get out. They forced me to stay inside.
No. That's the elite. Oh,
started-
we could talk about our amazing sponsors while we wait. Double G
yes.
Construction and Roofing and Richmart Floors. Eli, it's been a while since you've been here. Do you need a new roof?
Maybe.
The answer was yes, Eli. You do need a new roof. Well, I have the right people for you.
I need some flowers. I know that.
Oh, okay. Well,
There you go.
luckily for you, Richmart Floors, located out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. LT.
Great place.
Great place. They can hook you up, Eli.
I bet.
I'm gonna drive down there and get LT some flowers with his McDonald's.
How romantic.
No, not in a romantic way. No. It doesn't get romantic on the broadcast, LT. God. Save that when there's not a live stream. I just want to take a sip of water. Now it's on my clothes.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sweating in the car. It is this is starting to get crazy.
I mean,
There's no more drops. Track's dry. It looks like. Don't know why we're sitting here.
well, you know, maybe there's someone in an 18 car saying that the track crew is just, just kind of wasting time. I hope that makes
They
it under
completely
radioactive.
Completely missed drying in turn 1 and 2. Just completely missed it.
They were trying the grass, not the track. I hope that sequence makes it under radioactive, which I know it won't because he was criticizing NASCAR. But
Yep.
I'm glad I at least got to hear it. I should start recording Kyle's radio.
You should.
It'd probably get me like 1 million views on YouTube.
Surprised he wasn't more angry.
At some point,
after
though, you just get angry. You just get enough angry where it just kind of becomes a joke and you start laughing about it. I feel like that's where he kind of reached.
Yeah, this season has been quite absurd.
I feel like the
used
New
to it.
Hampshire thing just kind of sent him over, and now he's just on the haha, this is so stupid. That was me last year after Talladega. Haha, this is really, really dumb.
We're not even in the playoffs yet. This should be great.
Man, I can't wait for Daytona in a few weeks.
Oh, I think all cars are going to finish with no damage.
This is just the NASCAR podcast now. Can we start a NASCAR podcast?
Yes.
We basically just criticize them.
Yeah.
That's fine. I like little sarcastic jokes.
There's some positive things, though. Depends on the race.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the first 70 laps of today's race, that was positive somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't amazing, but it was better than the oval
Mm-hmm.
by a little bit. So, I mean, now the final 10 laps, well,
We don't
final
talk
5 laps,
That was-
that can get a race from the record books.
Yes.
We could just say Kyle Larson had a 5-second lead, and all of a sudden AJ Allmendinger won the race.
He just teleported to the front.
Yeah, we don't know how it happened because it's gone from the record books, but
Logano's car just vanished. Just something
the
happened.
tire wall ate it.
Oh, yep.
There it is.
Let's talk about tire walls. Great addition to racetracks. Considering Joey said it didn't even feel bad. Maybe this race will start. Fitzy is in chat and is glad Larson did not win.
Someone is joining, and once they join, we're going.
Is it
Apparently
Brett
so.
or is it someone else?
I don't.
Is
They're
it
talking about weird things in race control, so I
editable
don't know what's
DL?
going on.
Man, I guess we're gonna have to shift our focus now to like the race. Oh man, bummer.
Damn.
Waiting. Still waiting. It's not very often that the network has to wait for NASCAR.
They're done trying to track. We are firing up the engines.
Oh boy. Maybe LT will let us know when to join this time.
Hold on, let me get my car started. Oh no.
It's not starting up, is it?
Nope.
Well, championship's over. Big Jim wins.
Oh no, we're good. There we go. You can join.
Eli's game is about to die. Blue screen crash. Black screen. PS4 blows up.
Got an invite, so if it dies, then
How did I just get an invite from Brendan? Weren't you guys in like the thing?
who knows?
We'll see if Brett's issues have been
Oh,
resolved.
look at that car.
I can't see any cars at the moment. I'm looking at a
I
nice
see a
shifter
gear
though.
shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Fanatec, the Club Sport Series.
I wonder if that breaks off. Break.
It would be very realistic, wouldn't it? There's like a 1 in a
Chase
1,000
rate.
chance that there's like a vibration.
Yeah. Can it like break off at like a short track or?
Or like
that?
Charlotte or
Yeah,
Michigan or
during
whatever.
a chase race. Or
Yes.
something like that, during
While you're in the
important
round of
races.
12. Only the
Yeah.
important races.
Yeah. Next, I mean your wheel falls
LT,
off.
that is a car.
It is a car. Yes.
Here we come. Big Jim coming to the green flag. Tango's already lagging. We're underway from Auto Club. And Eli, look at Tango being courteous and already getting up out of the way. We have
Or
Tiger.
some other people will do that. But another day. Oh my God! What is that? It's hideous.
What, LTs or?
Mine?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It looks like you're in a test
How
car.
rude.
how rude.
They
That-
just forgot to put the wrap on it.
That 5 car behind you though, that is amazing. I really like that car.
I disagree. Mine's better.
His at least has some like black and white in it. Yours is just gray. Oh, you're hitting pens there.
I was getting doored by your beautiful car.
We got Brett back there in the Bumblebee car. Love it, as always. Tango might already be saving.
I mean,
What is the fuel run here, LT? I forget.
20 laps. Well, 21.
Alright, Tango might be saving because Eli, midway yellows in this league, which means 50. And,
Smart.
shut up.
they kind of pulling away.
Why does the driver get to sass the commentator?
Why didn't that happen in real life?
I'm gonna start making fun of LT's driving now. Watch out. So we got Tiger in second. Back to the race. In third place, it's Chase Briscoe. Tiger going for the lead. Frank in the 14 car going underneath the Big Jim. Big Jim might get some PTSD right here. Too bad he's not in the 11 car. AJ's coming up. I think that's the reason LT backed out of qualifying. Must have a different paint scheme than the 54. They're making some contact. You got Ballstick and Allen and
They got
Frank has a run onto Tiger. Who's on the 4? Chasing you. Here comes LT rounded the top side. Which honestly, top side at all Club Eli, not bad. But if you're racing side by side with someone, it actually could help make some passes. See, LT, he is
taking to the top.
yeah, not wasting any time going to the top. And
It's all fun and games till the dude below to get tied.
yeah, it's all fun and games until you get put into the wall. And then you get a little angry. As LT moves around his main championship rival, gets put 3 wide. Big Jim backs out. That is a classic Big Jim move. And Allen moves to 4th. Allen and LT, Eli, they have history. You missed last week at Canadian Tire, but they hit a few times.
Oh boy.
I know LT at one point got really mad and made a noise in the party. He also doored Brett on purpose at one point last week, so...
Oh.
And Eli, I was very sad you were not there last week because I couldn't ask you about the final few corners.
Oh. You probably joked about it already. I'm sorry.
I did once or twice, but it wasn't the same.
I forgot about what I was doing last week. I think I was
Frank around the outside. I think didn't last week you have like a storm near you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
But you're here now, and you're going to look at this. They're 2 by 2 behind the leader. This is incredible.
32 looks in that.
Yeah, Tiger's just like, hey, I'll just control the lanes. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, if 14 gets clear, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Frank trying to slide job and complete it. Tiger though hangs on the outside. Might be able to get some side draft here.
There's gonna be 3, 4,
or 5.
I mean,
AJ's in the grass back there. Oh my gosh, the 4 shifted to the top.
oh.
LT trying to get beneath Big Jim. There's Tiger on the outside of 1 and 2. Trying to make it stick. I think he's going to have the draft and the run to make it clear here. Chasing and looking for some running room. Big Jim and LT to the bottom. Championship rivals helping each other out. Is LT going to turn the 3 car? NBC be like, will he wreck him for the championship? Oh, look out!
Yeah.
It's one of those issues where you kind of start hooking the guy on the bottom, and you might not know you're doing it, but on his screen you are turning him completely sideways.
Ford's got a nice run. Ooh,
Allen's gonna dive low, but gets back in line. Here's Allen. And Frank.
You kind of side draft that dude back in the middle of the thing.
Yeah. Just stall that car on the inside out and hope they have enough of a run and help from behind. Look at Allen up the middle. We know Eli from Talladega. This man, not afraid to make those big moves. And this is a track where that can work out if you can hold it. Obviously, there is some lifting involved here at Auto Club, so it gets a little sketchy at points if you start going 3 and 4 wide. But it's very doable. And you can see Big Jim barely clear. Now he's going to try and protect the bottom. Trying out some side draft off the 32. Frank trying to get down. It's getting a little sketchy at the front of the field. And I think the goal for these drivers is if you're going to cause a wreck, make sure enough cars are involved to warrant a yellow. That's Big Jim needs to get.
Tiger's been keeping him outside to make basically so great.
He's been looking strong. Unfortunately, I think he missed last week. So he fell in points big time. I think he was around, before that race, he was 4th in points. It's dropped him all the way down to 10th and basically have a shot. As you can see, Big Jim still trying to make the pass on Tiger. So
4 wide.
Ooh. Again, like someone I'm talking about. Brennan is on the inside. That 9 car, blue. He's actually he entered on the white line. That is not the angle into the corner you want at all.
I forgot the apron 1 and 2 is sketchy.
Yeah, you can go onto it in 3 and 4, but if you hit 1 and 2, you're either spinning or you're going straight up the track.
Yeah.
In 3 and 4, though, you'll see a lot of them try and ride down on it if they're trying to make a pass. Obviously, normally it is slower because there's just less banking, less grip overall, but if you're trying to dive on someone, you have room to go down there.
Last lap.
Yeah, that's like last lap, yeah, desperation moment, if you're Chase Briscoe. Big Jim trying to roll the top. You see how soon he got back into the gas. That's just the top side working well.
Tiger should be clear for us to come up.
Well, he's got to... Oh!
9.
Allen blocked LT decently well. LT tried to make a move but couldn't.
4 cars.
Yeah, up through the middle. Up the center for chasing you, as Allen now leads this race with LT in tow. Once again, they have history. Does LT remember what happened? Will he pay him back? Wow, look at Frank through the middle. Allen's going to slide up. Brennan's going to go 4. LT trying to clear on the top, just get back into the gas. Looks like he'll clear the 14. Might get into the wall if he's not careful. Did a great job not getting into it. Now Allen trying to side draft the 19. Frank might just shoot the middle right here. LT sends it in deep, trying to cut off the 88. And he's clear. LT leads an auto club. And has the draft. If you're a chaser, especially one of the chasers in the championship battle, this race has to be, while like you think of an opportunity, also nerve-wracking because of how unpredictable it is. Sure, Big Jim could finish back like 7th or 8th, but Big Jim could finish well, and then someone like LT Brennan, they could finish poorly and screw everything up. So, yeah, it could either put Big Jim right back to them, or Big Jim could leave this race basically walking to the championship. That's if you're like LT Brent. Look at the 5. There was maybe half a car with the room. He forced it down there and got it. Oh, Allen into Big Jim.
They saved it.
They did save it. Yeah, now they're back with Alpha, and I think that's Pens. So now they're out of the draft. Fortunately, if you're Allen and Big Jim, this is, you're not even near halfway. You still have that halfway yellow. You know you're going to get at least 1 yellow to get caught up, and that's assuming that these drivers at the front don't wreck. And also, if they start racing good enough, if these 4 can get in line, it's very possible that they can run them back down, and then Alpha and Pens will be in it. Tiger looking low to turn 1, couldn't get there. Now the pack is down to 6 cars at the front. with 4 trying to chase them down. But if the front pack starts getting single file, that's not what those 4 behind want to see. See Tiger though, he doesn't want to get single file, he wants to pass LT. Same with the 5.
Up track.
Yeah, LT is way wide up the track, but does a great job getting in front of Tiger.
Up.
Look at Brennan! Gonna go around the outside, 4 wide! He'll lead the lap, it might even clear!
I need to put that on the memory bank for last lap.
That was an incredible move for Brennan. That took some guts to do as well, because you're putting on the outside 4. You're praying that everyone knows you're 4 and that they don't wall you. Super incredible right there that they all made it through that. And now we have chasing you trying to clear for second. And those 4 cars, Eli, they're oh so close to the draft. And we're oh so close to pit stops. We're within about 5 laps of pitting already. What are you laughing about?
Brennan is singing.
Oh, he is leading. The leader does, Is he flying like an eagle, perhaps?
No, something about spaghetti. It's more like rapping than...
Well, he better stop rapping and focus on the battle for the lead, because to his outside, 2 SHR Fords. Chasing you with Frank behind him. And you can see those cars that were in the second pack, they're trying to form into one. It's oh so close. They definitely want to get there before pit stops. They might even get it on pit entry, because if these guys all pit together, they're going to be conservative. That second pack can really kind of just send it in there, and you can really send it into pit road at Auto Club, so...
You can also send someone into pit
that,
road.
well, yeah. Yeah. I definitely don't have experience with that. And it was definitely not a person racing right now. LT, watch your back on pit road. Speaking of LT, he's going for the lead on Brennan. Brennan trying to sidetrap and trying to put him in the grass, maybe. Yeah. Now the question is, Eli, I think... Oh, as Frank goes middle of 3. I think that they're going to cycle down to 0 before they get to pit road entry. So, do you push it and hope they have enough to get back around, or do you pit this time?
I'd pit this time. But if you run out, that's not good. You just sputtering back, you lose the draft.
Well, the pack is 1 now. Looks like they left pens. However, Eli, no one is making the move to pit road.
Well, big deal.
Which is going to be dangerous, because
that's
I mean,
why
Brennan,
I would want to pit.
Brennan's on 1 lap of fuel, so everyone else has to be within the same like half lap range. There's no way someone's safe enough to go around another time unless they've just been literally half throttling in the draft. So yeah, look at everyone all diving to the apron.
I think him too, pitting all by himself.
Yeah, I mean that was certainly smart, you know.
Plus he can get that 1 lap of extra.
Oh, you can see Allen pushing up into Brennan.
This is gonna be.
I'd like to be the leader. I'm definitely not back in this mess. Oh, REC right here. Tiger hitting some people. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had the 4 spin on pit entry. Brennan, we have one in the inside wall. Brennan did make it. It was pens in the inside wall. Looks like LT and most of the field made it. I don't know if anyone was speeding on that one, but we did have a lot spin out. The 9 of Brennan lost a ton of time, along with the 4 chasing you. And also, obviously, Pens, who is having some issues.
Yeah.
I mean, you still know, though, like, you can't make it on fuel. So where's Tango at, is my question. Big Jim's coming off 4 now. He'll be at the start-finish line.
Oh.
Right there. And LT got beat off pit road by Tiger. It would appear that Tiger maybe maximized his pit road speed better than LT.
Big Jim, he should get be close.
Yeah, so basically he's just going to be in the draft now. That 1 lap won't really make a difference in terms of tires. It just helped him with pit road entry. Wanted to be conservative. Everyone is going to have to pit again. Unless you're Tango, probably. So, I mean, for Big Jim, it's not like that one that made a difference in pit window. And, like, you know, he's still going to have to pit again with everyone else. Question is, where is Tango at? There's Tango working his way through 3 and 4. The leaders are at 77 to go, so Tango right here is at 76 to go, which means he has about 25 laps until midway. So he is now basically at a point to where he can one-stop it. This will be his one stop whenever he does it.
Big Jim going for second, I guess.
Yes, that's going to be the lead when it cycles out. Is right now for second on track. We'll see if Tango pits this time or if he wants to maybe just put some more in his bank, because he's still going to have to save. You know, once he pits, he still has to save. It looks like he's going to just continue on out there.
He's pretty good at that.
Oh yeah, he's definitely good. Right now it's a 4-car breakaway though. As you can see how the pit stops are kind of affected. These front 4 did a good job. That's Big Jim and Tiger and LT and Allen. Frank did a pretty decent job as well in the 14. He's just barely lost the draft. I think that's Alpha right with him as well. And then the big losers, obviously, Brennan basically spun entering pit road. The 4 car is now back with Brett after spinning into the grass and having to really make it back in. And that's also the 5 with Brennan. So they were the big losers here. They either got spun around or hit into the wall or something. It cost them a lot of time. See, Allen.
That's the danger of entering pit road to 8 people.
LT, I don't know if you tried to make it 4 wide there, but props for, if it was an attempt, props for trying. As Tango has pitted, he'll surrender the lead, but he's made his only pit stop while these guys still have to make one more. So have to see how. And also, though, Eli, something you have to remember, when these guys pit, they might just do fuel only. Because the tires, they don't wear bad here. I mean, when Brennan pitted, his worst tire, I think, was at 30. So, and they're only going to be like 3-4 laps short. So it's probably going to be a splash and go for fuel. As you can see, they're taking each other down to the apron. Look at Tiger swerving around trying to find a way to go. That was Allen and Big Jim and LT. They were all kind of crowning each other down, and Tiger didn't know where to go. And Eli, that's helped, though, Frank and Alpha. They're now in it. Yeah, some of the moves that... Oh, my gosh. The championship rivals are banging doors, Eli.
Oh, boy.
I think now we know more than ever, they do not like each other.
Yeah. Can't stand each other.
Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski be like. Tiger, yeah, 3 wide for the lead. Allen, Frank, Alpha watching on in 4th, 5th, and 6th as the front 3 are stacked together. And no one between the 19 and the 3 really... Look at Allen.
He's gonna have a major
He's going to try and get some draft off the 19 and maybe go middle right here. The hole closed up, so... Oh!
Well.
I think if Big Jim did not come up the track, he would have definitely shot that middle. With the front 2... Allen. Yeah, I thought he was going to go 3 right there, but he just decided to push Big Jim. Tiger pushing LT. With Frank and Alpha also in tow, make it 6 cars at the front for the lead with 3 behind, 4 behind, trying to run them down. And there's more draft on the bottom, unfortunately, but what I said about the draft on the bottom is now kind of... Oh, look at LT! Oh my gosh. Look at Tiger up the outside in the 32. Big Jim chasing Allen down for some side draft. That's just kind of how you have to play the game here at Auto Club. You have to be a maniac. Just swerve around and go wherever you need to go. See Big Jim now running up against the wall like they used to here. It's still
Brett's
Allen to
in
his
that
inside.
second pack with him.
Yeah, Brett's doing a really good job with chasing you and Brennan and the 5 at ball stick to bring them right up here, and soon we're gonna have 10 cars for the lead. Kind of amazing that this long into the race, we'll possibly have 10 of the 13 cars in this race in this main draft, and really one of them is Allen hit Tiger up the track. Luckily, the 32 did not get into the wall, but a nice run for Frank. He'll now take to the top. Big jump up to block, almost hit the wall.
Tiger's going to be around Allen.
That was a nice run. Almost fenced it.
He should have enough of a run to get through.
He could just send it in as well. We've seen people dive it to the bottom. He does dive it in, but it's to the top. He's trying to get outside Big Jim, actually.
He can get that corner panel.
I think he has it as well. Very impressive corner for Tiger to make that stick in the middle lane. And good commitment from behind with LT and Frank pushing him into that position. Right there, gone to the door of the 3. Now Tiger can try and pull a run down the backstretch, but Big Jim's going to try and get some side draft.
Big Jim could pull him back.
Where's Allen go, though? Does he try and take it 3? Does he stay committed to the 3 for now? He'll go with the 3 of Big Jim. As these 5 just continue to wear on like this. Alpha watching in 6, doesn't really want to get involved, and the more he hangs back, though, the more it's going to give draft to those 4 behind. And when they have that run, they're definitely going to take it. They're not just going to ride in the line. This Big Jim by the finally clear right there. Really good corner to get down right to that white line.
Tiger's going to come back with a run on the top.
Oh! Barely got out there. And once again, though, just that run off the middle of turn 2 and turn 4. Some people say Auto Club isn't, like most tracks aren't multi-groove in this one, but this is one where if you're racing people, it's multi-groove. If I was running laps by myself, I wouldn't say running the middle was necessarily the best. But if you're battling with someone side by side, absolutely you can use that outside. And look at Tiger cleared.
He threw it off in there.
He's going to slide up. Now Big Jim's got a shot on exit right here. Trying to get to that quarter panel. Tiger almost into the wall, actually. It's easily going to get the 3 back to the inside, and still now these 4 packed together. Alpha.
Brett has.
Yeah, I was about to say Alpha's now within, the draft from behind of Brett. Now those 4 were able to catch up to make it now 10 cars right here, all in the same picture for the lead. And it's still Tiger and Big Jim side by side. Big Jim on the inside, Tiger on the outside. Big Jim sails off into the corner. Look at
Tiger back. Ooh, well, he might got a little.
Yeah, I have to wonder if maybe the 3 coming up the track just that little bit, it possibly just rubbed the 32 up the track. As LT now goes to the middle to push Big Jim with Allen to Big Jim's inside. LT trying to clear the 88. Look at Tiger all the way to the apron.
That fucking work really anywhere.
And Tiger, I mean, at this point in the race, if I had to pick the best car out there, I'd say it's that 32.
With the bottom, the middle, and even the top. Third man.
LT trying to prove us wrong and say my car's better. He wants to lead from Big Jim on the bottom. And about had him clear right there. He's going to push LT. I think that might push him clear right there. Very strong move for the 19 and 1 and 2. LT might try and slide from front of Big Jim. He's going to hold it to the bottom because Tiger looking down to the bottom.
Rotated so well.
Yeah, you love when that happens, when it just stays to the bottom. Off of 4, you can try and get down to that apron and make something work. Look at Big Jim, how far Big Jim kind of threw it off into the top there. LT's going to come up with the block. And he wants to keep them side by side as best he can. That's why he gives draft to the 32. It's all now a game of just trying to keep them door to door. But you can see the run for Big Jim just stayed all the way down the backstretch. And Tiger could not make... Well, maybe he'll get on exit, though. He might be sacrificing entry and middle for exit.
These long straightaways.
Yeah, it works.
Brett's up here now. 3 seconds back.
Brett went from being nowhere near the front to now being the main factor in why many of these drivers are in this main pack. And he's somehow fought his way up to 5th from all that. I mean, he was, what, 7th? Nowhere near. He passed 2 cars out of nowhere. As the front two in the championship, Eli, are still side by side for the lead. With pit stops fast approaching, I might add.
Oh, we might see another wreck on pit road. With more cars.
And remember, Big Jim is probably going to have to pit a lap sooner than all these guys. So, I mean, he's on the outside right now.
Yeah.
Eli, if you're on the outside and you're like nearing your pit window. Yeah. So what would you do in that situation if you're nearing the pit window and you're on the outside?
I know I can't give a bottom, just drop back, I guess. Don't want to wreck yourself and other people. Unless you're clear like this.
Yeah, luckily for Big Jim, he was able to get clear. However, the inside obviously the preferred lane to try and make passes here, so if someone gets a run like Allen or Chasing or LT, they'll take it to the bottom.
I better hope you signal way before they try to do that.
Yeah. He might be signaling into turn 1.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit 3 wide behind the race leaders as Allen looks inside of Big Jim, but the 3 just kind of cruising on in there. So the 88 sent it trying to just get a run. You see the 4, the 88 now lined up. Chasing was a nice run. The 3 kind of protects the middle, making the 4 go to the outside. Brett to the inside of LT, but got a little tight. LT's going to power around the outside of the 66. The Bumblebee car. We have Eli right next to each other. We have one plain gray car, and then one that is very bright and colorful in the 66 of Brett.
Yeah. What a contrast.
Yeah, I was about to say, what a contrast. Allen side job to lead off Big Jim, but the 3 cuts right back to the inside and in front of LT. The 3 is going to pit now.
Well, yeah.
And it's a little bit dangerous to pit from the front of the pack, but he did signal, so everyone should know and stay up in the... Yeah, you can see right there, they're leaving the whole bottom groove for Big Jim to pit from. Here he comes. How good is the pit entry going to be?
Oh, Alpha pit too.
Alpha and, yeah, ball stick. And they just wanted to, get a clean pit entry. Obviously, you're going to be taking fuel only no matter what. It might just be a difference of how much fuel you have to take. Maybe the guys that pit a lap or 2 later, they're able to take just, half a can or a can rather than a can or a can and a half. We'll see if anyone decides to pit this time. Tiger signaling. Frank is signaling. The 4 is signaling. Looks like we might have about 4 or 5 stay out. So here we go. We got more coming in. Tiger. Oh, gosh, LT. Oh, the 14 just missed pit road and spun off. And, I mean, Frank might have to go around another lap. No, he made it. LT, how close were you on speed?
I made it.
Okay. So that leaves Allen with the lead, Brennan in second and Brett in third. They have not yet pitted, but they'll do so this lap. I'll be interested to see if they can maybe take less fuel than some other people. Think about maybe half a can's like 5-6 laps. Allen is, yeah, they're all over the place trying to get as good of a pit entry as they can. Brett did a really good job right there. He came in third, but will enter pit road second, assuming he did not speed. We'll have to see what half a can is for Brennan and all that. Brennan taking right sides. Don't know about that call. It looks like he's thinking he has to take a can. So he's taking right sides in a can. I would have probably gone with no tires.
That's what Brett did.
Yeah, you can see how Brennan lost a lot of time. And even Allen, I mean, Brett must have done maybe no tires half a can. And maybe Alan did no tires in one can. So here's Alpha and the rest. Yeah?
Half a can might have been a little bit off.
Yeah?
I don't think I'm going to make it. Yeah.
How close are you?
I have 5 laps left of fuel. And I'm not even coming to 5 to go yet. So, well, I am now, but...
Well, so here's the thing, LT. Does the yellow come out at 50 to go, or does it come out at 51 to go, right? Because in the past it's come out with 51 to go.
I don't know.
We ask this question every week at least.
So if there's 55 to go, you're coming around to 54 to go. In the past, it's been they want everyone to pit at halfway, which would be 50 to go. So they would throw the yellow with 51 to go. If that's the case, then you can maybe make it, right? I don't think that. He's trying to do math in his head, possibly. All we know is that Tango is still the leader, right? I believe Tango is right in front of them. There he is, coming off turn 2. They're coming around to complete 47. So you can see Tango is within the same straight with LT and Brett, but he might have enough of a cushion, assuming he doesn't have to save too much more. Which maybe he saved enough in that first run to where maybe he can let it go now. Maybe he saved enough already. Tango obviously very, very masterful at doing stuff like that. He's just completed 47 laps. They're on lap 48. The question is, in the past in this league, the yellows come out, you know, the lap before halfway. So I think it would be the same this time as well. It would come out with 51 to go in the start of lap 50. That's my speculation. His Tango rounds 3 and 4. He's coming around to see the completion of lap 48. Start of lap 49. So we'll see if next time by it'll be the start of lap 50 if the yellow comes out. And if not, then LT might be worried. Just a hunch. And now, Eli, it's going to be interesting this next stage. Obviously, the racing's going to get more aggressive and there's a bigger possibility of a yellow, but Tango able to do it, and he's going to have less laps to try and save this next half.
Yeah.
So let's see how it works for him. I think this should be the caution right here.
Yeah.
He's slowing, so that should be the yellow. Start of lap 50. LT second, Brett third. LT, how much fuel is left in that 19 car?
About to turn to 0.
Okay, put it in fourth, or
It is.
start coasting around and hope you make it back around to pit road, and hope everyone catches up so pit road opens. I mean, LT, you're not maintaining pace at all.
We're going 90. I don't know what to do.
So my assumption is right here, this is going to be halfway at the line. Pit road should be open. All but one car is caught up. So in my opinion, that is worthy enough to open pit road and not have to go around another 2 miles. In fact, that one car is about to get caught up. There it is, it's Pens. He's entering 3 now, so I mean, he's basically there, so pit road should be open. And a sigh of relief from the driver of the 19. Whose strategy gamble paid off, even though there's no points award at the end of midway. It got him second place track position. At a track where track position means nothing. So Eli, this the second half of the race, how do you think it's going to unfold? We've seen, you know, Tiger do well. We've seen the outside be a big factor. Do you think we're going to see more of that? And do you think that someone's going to be able to try and challenge Tiger's setup?
I don't know. He's been able to get the top, the bottom, everything to work, but the fuel is gonna be the most important part. If there ain't no cautions really, so
Yeah.
maybe Brett or Alpha tries out do Tango and fuel saving.
Oh, it looks like LT make. No, it looks like what?
I have no.
First time I screamed, Brett beat LT off, and I was expecting rage from the driver of the 19, but I think Tango's already dropped over to not only start saving.
Yeah, he started saving right away.
So it should be choose this lap. LT, what are you going to choose,
Yeah.
top or bottom?
Probably bottom, I'd say.
Why do you say that?
Shortest way around.
There it is.
Alright, thanks for that. Very informative. Is it because your title contender is in 4th?
Oh, I didn't see that, no. I'm not that smart, no.
What if he chooses the line behind you and he's lined up right behind you?
Then I expect him to turn me. Right.
I see. Well, Brett's already choosing the bottom. Does anyone come in and top off? Possibly?
Alpha,
Yeah. Alpha's gonna try it. Is that Pens that also dove in? Oh, we have, yeah, Frank and Pens also. Now here's the thing though, they need to top off and quickly get going. But Alpha is kind of like Tango's protege, so we have LT on the bottom, Brett on top, Big Jim also on top with Alan down low with LT, Ballstick pushing Big Jim on the top. We'll have to see how this restart plays out and what the Elite Racer Series presented by Double G Construction Roofing and Richmond Florist has in store for what's going to be the final 48 laps of this race. So Eli, if you're Alpha, you get about 21 laps. You have to go 48. So you doesn't have to save that much. 3 laps per run.
I guess we'll see.
I'll teach you notice that quick math off the top of my head.
That was impressive, yeah.
You can already see some of them just coasting in. They don't want to really be caught up. They don't want to go that fast. They don't really want to catch up. They just want to be close enough to where they can stay with Tango. This race, if there's no yellow, will probably come down to Alpha and Tango. As we come around to take the green flag. And Brett, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That was bad. That was...
Can we check if the 19 jumped the restart?
Brett staying like he restarting forward?
The zone was a lot sooner than I expected.
Wow, that was... Oh boy. So we have LT Allen chasing you and Tiger. They're 1, 2, 3, 4. The pack really spread out in the restart. Luckily for the rest of the pack back behind, the draft will definitely come into play and everyone should get back up. But interesting, Eli, Brett has dropped back with the fuel savers.
He's gonna do that one, boy. He didn't fit.
Yeah, so... Yeah, that's... You gotta see how much more Tango is saving than those guys, though. I mean, look how much further back he is.
He didn't save like that one lap that Alphaman fitted.
Yeah, that's true. Which it might not equate to one full lap since Tango's probably in neutral for most of that lap. But will equate to a little bit more. And it will help Alpha and then that pitted. Maybe save just a little bit less than Tango. Probably not much more, but just a little bit less. As Big Jim is trying to make spots back up that he lost after restart behind Brett. He's gotten back up to 4th for now, but as you mentioned, yeah, the front two are trying to kind of tandem away as Big Jim's getting trained from the inside. Big Jim will get in front of AJ. So that's right now back around 6th place. So it's LT chasing you, Tiger, Ballstick and Brennan in the front 5. Big Jim is now back to 6th, but Still in this draft, obviously AJ in 7th, and we have possibly Savers, possibly not. We don't know. Brett kind of leading that charge with Frank and Alpha, Pens, and who's that back there with them? That is Alan. Alan's dropped back there as well, Eli.
It'll be interesting, all the strategies. I'm really shocked Big Jim I'm trying to say.
Well, Eli, you know Big Jim. He's no saver.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah, he goes for it.
And honestly, I think if you're one of the people not saving, you were really hoping that the pack didn't get this spread out. Because the way you win this race is if a yellow comes out.
Okay, chasing you out of town.
Yeah. They are definitely chasing him. So, coming around to 43 to go at the line. As mentioned, these front two, they're pulling the pack. Brennan now up to 3rd. Tigers drop back to 5th. I don't think that would be a saving thing, but you never know. Maybe we just wanted to get some draft.
You can save a little bit in the draft.
I've had so much trouble though here, Eli, saving just 1 lap.
Yeah, it's tough on me.
They have to save, if you're Alpha, and then we have to save 3 laps each run. And that's even with them coming down pit road when, after everyone else, so.
There's time. Figure that one out.
JC asking a very important question. What is your opinion on the Elite Racer Series idea and moving to Heat Evolution? JC, those servers aren't up anymore. But you know what? It would be amazing to see a League race on Heat Evolution.
Yeah.
Never raced online in that one. I assume it was only terrible.
I didn't even buy the game.
I unfortunately had the game.
That.
In fact, I think I have the case right here. Yep, I do.
I would have broke that.
So, kind of a drafting train forms. As if you're the front few, you're desperately trying to get away as quick as possible, get as far away as possible, and see what you can do when maybe you have to make one more pit stop than the others. Granted, that pit stop will probably be, once again, no tires and a half a can of fuel. This time probably better assisted for LT, considering that there's a lap or 2 less laps in this half. But Brennan, is Ballstick gonna pass him? No? Are you surprised that the front two have been able to keep that gap?
Yeah.
And even grow it, it looks like.
To be fair, I mean, they're equal. Like, they're both 2 and 2, so that's a faster card.
It is interesting to see a lot more drivers fall back into the fuel, like what we presume to be the fuel saving kind of gang. Okay, you have Brett, you have now Tiger's back here. Big Jim's back here.
Again, draft can do so much.
But also, if you're on a wheel, you can do a lot more. If you have the clutch and whatnot, you clutch it, roll. That saves a good amount of fuel, so. There's some of those drivers, like Big Jim, would he be trying it? Well, Big Jim would just have to shift into neutral, he's not clutch. But it's still kind of the same thing. So. Brett looking to the outside pens. Is Brett wanting to go, or is he... It looks like he backed off as if he maybe shifted into neutral or something.
I think Tiger, he lost like 3 or 4 and settled down the back a few laps.
Yeah, he might be half throttling, quarter throttling, trying to make it. All I know is that we're all club very hard to save those laps. It's just, you want to go harder than you need to go, and it just ends up biting you. So let's see what these guys can do. I just don't know if Tango's backing off that much. I don't think these guys are saving enough.
Alan's back here with Tango. I don't know if Alan has to do it.
So Alan could possibly be trying to learn from the master. But Allen was also one when we went to Phoenix, was it? Where he backed off and then flew through the field after realizing that, like, oh crap, I backed off too much. I can go a little bit faster.
He's way far back though.
Yeah, but you never know. If, like, none of these guys can make it, Tango won the first half. So if Allen is back there and can save the fuel that Tango can save, then possibly it could come down to him and Tango. But that's also assuming that no one in the front 11 can make it. Meanwhile, the front two are still just trying to get that gap.
Just trying to maximize time, I guess.
Once again, I would be concerned if I'm in that pack saving that I'm just not saving enough. That they're maybe just going too fast, and I mean, if you like, it might save them a lap or two, but they still, you know, if you save a lap or two, say you save 2 laps, you still have to save 4 the next run.
Be interesting.
So coming around,
Brennan's around.
Brennan's around.
Oh,
yep. That, well, no one else involved quite yet. It looks like everyone kept it going, and a chance for a yellow was there for a moment. Now it's no longer there. But Brennan was right in the middle of the track. On his screen, he got hit, but looks like on everyone else's, they were able to avoid. But that right there was 35 to go, Eli. So if you're the front few, you have to be getting close to your pit window within the next, you know, few laps, and we'll see what they do. Obviously, there'll be 4 tires on pit road, but I'm more interested in the pack that was appearing to be saving. Where do they go? You know, how far further can they go than LT and chasing you, who are obviously not saving at all. Penn's even, I think, has maybe given up on the saving. He's pulled away from Brett and from Frank. JC wants me to shout corn dog on the last lap. I'll get $10 for it. I'll have to remember that. So Brennan is now falling back behind Tango. He like let him go. Obviously he's not saving because he wasn't saving at all, but you would think if anyone is saving enough in this pack, it's Big Jim and Alpha.
Yeah, he backed way off.
Alpha's passing Big Jim.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you think about Alpha did come down pit road, got that lap of fuel. Not only that, but he started saving immediately from the green flag. Big Jim worked his way back there. He wasn't saving immediately at the start of the run. So he's probably trying to save a lot more than what he was before. And they're starting to fall back even to the guys back behind. They're starting to close in a little bit. You have to wonder if maybe they were like, this is not working, we need to go even slower. If they can pit with like 20, 25, 24 to go, I'd be confident in them making it. If they pit 26 to go, 27 to go, then I'm starting to go into the territory of you have to save a lot more in that second half of the run, and do you lose too much time? Look at Big Jim. He's worked his way back to Tango and Allen.
Tango seems to be pushing a little bit.
You have to wonder if Tango went to max saving at first and now he's going to go. Maybe these drivers are into a saving where they're just going to steadily save all throughout the run.
And again, saving from the get-go, he saves more fuel. So.
I also think if you're Tango, though, you'd want to keep saving this run. So then later into the second run, you can just push. And right in front of them is that Tiger that's also falling back. Yeah, it's Tiger. Looks like he's also on max fuel savings with Big Jim. Alan also looks like he's on big fuel savings. Brennan, I don't know what he's necessarily doing at this point. Because he's going to have to pit.
I'll be like that one mixing race, like, oh man, we just start running out here. God,
So Alpha is now up catching Brett. Has Alpha is he thinking that he saved enough? Oh, he's just passing Brett.
Tango are pushing, so I mean, yes.
And AJ with Alpha.
I ain't know I'll be pushing.
No, I'd be saving all the way throughout until I know I'm good in the second run. See, Brett's really saving in the 66 now. The leaders have a long ways on them. It's almost half a lap.
Saving too hard could hurt too.
Yeah, I mean, if you save too hard and then maybe you oversave, then you run the risk of the 4, the 19 catching you. As here they come onto pit road. LT and chasing you. LT darts towards the inside wall. Chasing you, passes him on pit entry. So that's the movement in pit road. Now the big thing, how close do they come out to these guys? And when do the others pit? Because right there, I don't know necessarily how many laps ago that was, but it was down around like 28 or so. And Brennan's going to have to pit this time. Yeah, they pit with 28 to go, Eli, so you get about 21 laps on fuel.
Oh,
so now the leader should be Alpha.
I went low. I don't Angel's caught Alpha.
No, the leader's actually AJ? AJ's pitting. See, Pens is on pit road along with the 5.
It's probably right for the possible win.
So those people pitted with 27 to go. We're coming around to 26 to go. So the big question, who saved the best? Will someone be able to go past this lap? Brennan stayed out there. He's starting to sputter already. Off of turn 2. So he's having a rough time down the backstretch. He's going to try and... I think he just tried to push it so he can try and save to the end in this second half. Look at this. They're still staying out, Eli.
If they can make it, I mean, not have to save. Maybe they'll have to do.
You can see some cars coming off pit road. They'll merge into the pack a lap down. However, Tango Alpha will be pitting very shortly, I assume.
Tango's passed like 5 people. He just got up and started going.
We'll have to see when these guys like back here, like Alan and them, start saving. Or start pitting, because they're still coming around right now. I think this is 25 to go, so they'd still be about 3 laps shorter, so they're going to have to save a lot. So here comes, I think that's Brett in the pit road. No, he was just trying to run as low as he could. So there's Tango, there's Alpha. Alpha being caught a little bit from behind. I think that's Alan and Big Jim. Let's see, does Tango come in this time? No.
Alpha does.
A lot of other people still don't, though. I think Tiger might be running out. He might be coming in. Yeah, Tiger was running out. He's into pit road. When will we see Tango and Alan and Big Jim and Brett into pit road? Looks like Big Jim's going to be in this time as he yields down the backstretch. Tango didn't really have to signal if he was pitting. because he was so far up, and he will. Tango is in. Allen is in. Big Jim is in. Brett is staying out still. And I think the big question is who can stay close enough to whoever the leader of the fuel saving is, because we saw, you know, the first half, Tango was not that far ahead of LT and Brett. He was within, you know, maybe half a straightaway or so. So if you're the first guy on fuel savings and you're about half a straightaway behind him, you're still within threat of the guys that go in and do a splash of gas.
Yeah.
And Brett's gonna come in this time. So I think that maybe finishes the cycle.
Sure.
So it should merge back around to the number 19 and the number 4, who are on the strategy of push hard and hope that hope you get far enough away from those guys that push them to run out. Actually, we still have no, that's the leaders, never mind. So they have, I mean, they can see people up in front of them. Brennan's up there. They obviously have the car right in front of them. I can't necessarily tell. It looks like it's Tiger. And falling a lap down, that basically just ensures that they're going to get out ahead of you. And Brett's also merging pretty close to them as well. Luckily for Brett, he doesn't have to save as much. Yeah, on this run, so he can save a little bit less and then go hard. I think now the big question is who is leading the drivers in the fuel saving category? Who is the first of those drivers? Is it Tango, I assume? I think it is. Tango's coming off turn 2. Yeah, Eli, my head's spinning a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
we'll get the full picture here.
So if I'm looking, Tango is maybe a straightaway a little bit more ahead of LT. We'll see how that all plays out. Now, we would like to think that the add benefit for Tango and all the others is that they had to save less in this second half. And did Tango maybe save enough to where he doesn't really have to save much in this run? There's a big battle going on for 9th. As Tiger is now with the leaders. He's gotten put a lap down. But the battle for 9th is 3 wide. Alpha is definitely saving big time. Frank and Brennan aren't saving as much. And they just went around Alpha 3 wide. Now Frank goes up to the top. Back down to the bottom. Back up to the top. I'm sure the leaders would love to see this 3-car battle for the lead end up in all 3 wrecked and the yellow coming out. Brennan side drifting Frank.
Oh, God.
14 down on the apron. There's the leaders back there. Brett not that far ahead of them. Currently we have 12 of the 13 cars on the lead lap. However, Alpha is falling back to them along with Brennan and Frank. And Brett is not that far ahead of the 2 leaders as well. And Eli, here's another question. I think the front 2 came in with around 28 laps to go. And you get 21 laps of fuel.
With no tires?
Well, I think you do no tires. The problem is, oh my gosh, it's Frank and Brennan hit. Can you do half a can to shorten the stop as much?
I wouldn't try it. I don't want to have to. You could.
I just, you know, like, if half a can made it last time,
Yeah.
how would it not make it this time is my question. There is something amazing happening down the backstretch with Frank and Brennan. I think they've maybe given up on the race. They want to have some fun. Okay, actually, Big Jim right in front of him. He's falling back to them as well, so Big Jim definitely in max fuel-saving mode at the moment. But once again, the farther back you get, closer you get to the front bumper of those leaders. Which we had a few cars on pit road, actually. One of them might have been Penn's. The 5 is another. So the 5 was on the strategy of, I can't make it, I'm going. Possibly just pitted there to just get the stop out of the way, get 4 tires and go. There is the 19, the 4. You see up in the distance, there was an aggressive number 14 on the apron. Once again, Frank and Brennan seem to just be having fun at the moment. And I'm sure they themselves would not mind if somehow accidentally they caused a yellow. Oh no, what a shame that would be for them. Knowing that they probably can't make it on fuel. Oh no, we accidentally wrecked and caused the yellow. Still want to see how Tango's doing as well. There's Tango. Coming out of 4 now. Right in front of him it's Penn's. AJ not too far ahead of them. I don't think AJ's pitted yet. Penn's just came in with the number 5. AJ's also on the strategy, just going hard and seeing where he can cycle out. But the one man that's been able to stay with Tango, I think that's Allen. And Brennan pits now. And may have sped. So a bad day has just gone to worse for Brennan, possibly. Let's see how long the stop is for the 9 car. If he sped or not, but obviously unfortunate for Brennan. He did not speed, so he barely made it, but he was not having a good day, and with him being that far back and still in the pit, it's just going to get even worse as LT and chasing you. They see 2 cars in front that are saving. They want to get some draft off them to go faster, but also just put them a lap down or keep them close to them to where when you pit and you take whatever you have to take, possibly you can still come out ahead of them, if not so close to them that they'd have to push, and you could still try and pass them maybe.
Especially since Tiger's a little bit faster.
Yeah, that is helping a little bit that he's just kind of there in the draft. It does add just a little bit of speed, maybe not too much, but it is a little bit that they wanted. As the leaders are coming around, Eli, to 12 to go this time by. So they'll be pitting within the next 5 laps, so I'd say they'll probably pit 7 or 8 to go, maybe 6 if they pushed it enough. See Frank, he also came into pit road. See Alpha definitely on a bigger, I mean he was one of the first of the fuel savers to pit, so he is on a, he's really trying to save. Brett was the last of the fuel savers to pit.
I expected Alpha to go farther than...
Yeah, I'm honestly a little shocked that it hasn't worked out for Alpha like I thought it would. This right here is 11 to go, and actually the 19 to 4 are the leaders right now. However, when they pit, I don't think they'll cycle out as the leaders. They do have about half a track, a little bit more, to Tango. And the rest of the field, I mean, really the thing for LT might not be to win this race at this point. It might be just beat the 3, right? If Big Jim is so slow and so far back that the 19 can stay with them and get by him, that's still a positive point stay for LT. And so Alpha's now going to go a lap down. That puts 4 cars 1 lap down, 2 of which are saving, 2 of which had pitted already. Actually, I think Brennan and Frank are actually 2 laps down. Maybe.
Alpha?
Alpha's, yeah. Oh my. I don't know if that was LT's signal that he's pitting, or if that was LT saying, move out of the way, you're a lap car, don't try and pass me.
And it's only partly in battling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at all the
Like,
cars, though. They have
6
5 cars now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 cars now. Yeah, 6. So, oh well, Brendan just knocked the wall down. Maybe it's 5 now. You can see Tiger back there getting a little tight. Now the front 2 get clear again. But they're going to be on pit road, and yeah, I think that's going to be right now. So we'll see, Eli, how close do they come out to the people saving, and where do they cycle out among the people that are saving? How far ahead will Tango be? Where's Big Jim going to be in relation to all this? How about Alan and Brett? Brett was right in front of them, so, you know, will they... That's not good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the issues with, you know, Eli, you can push it really hard into pit road here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you can push it into someone else. And that's exactly what just happened right there. So now we'll see where the, I guess it's not going to be the 19 and the 4 anymore, it's just going to be the 4. Where the 4 comes out.
And goes at the first one now.
The 4's not even left his stall. The 4 is still sitting there. He may have gotten a speeding penalty, Eli.
Yeah.
And there, look at, there's all the people that were battling.
So they got...
Yeah, they, I mean, think about, I mean, if you speed, you lose so much time.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
15 seconds, and I don't know if he necessarily sped or if he just did 4 tires and just didn't do the right strategy or something, but, I mean...
He came in there hot, so even after
Yeah.
hitting
So now Tango is the race
I
leader.
think he did take 40. I don't know. This race is wonky.
So you think about if he took 4, they probably lost about 8 seconds.
Yeah. So peaking out the eating after his spin.
So there is Tango. I think he's currently coming around. That's 5 to go, I believe. So honestly, it looks like at this point, Tango, I think, has this race won pretty well. In terms of points, he came in 7th, 35 points back. It will obviously get him closer to Big Jim, depending on how Big Jim finishes out these final few laps. Wherever the 3 car is at. Looking for him right now. There he is. He's right behind Alan. So right now it looks like Big Jim's in 3rd. So assuming he has the field to make it, that's going to be a good day. We have a battle for 4th. It's Brett Alpha battling 4th and 5th. You can see it right there. Alpha looking to the inside. Tiger in 6th has fallen off of this group, still trying to save fuel. But all eyes are on Tango, as he's coming around to take 3 laps to go here at Auto Club. Looking to win another one this season. And this time maybe we'll be focusing on him as he wins. Obviously when he won at Dover we didn't get to focus on him because we didn't know he was the winner. So Tango coming around to 2 laps to go. He has a nice gap over his 2 nearest fuel savers themselves, Alan and Big Jim, who've done a really good job just staying this close to Tango. He's Tango's the fuel saver master. So the fact that they've been able to stay close enough to even be just see Tango is amazing. That is right there.
Wall.
They're down hard. That's 2 laps to go. I think the big question now is anyone just pushing it to try and make it to the end, and maybe they'll, like Alpha, battling for 4th, battling for every point. Does he maybe run out short? Does Brett run out short? I think that's the big question to ask right now, as Tango's coming around to the white flag here at Auto Club. Comfortable cushion over Allen and over Big Jim. Looks like they'll round out the podium finishers. As Tango needs 2 more miles to win it at Auto Club. That battle for 4th still between Brett and Alpha. As Tango hits the backstretch for the final time.
Oh, Brett hitting Alpha.
Oh boy. Well, Eli, the fuel saver master has done it again.
A 14 flag in Alpha.
Tango rounds the final corner and picks up another win. In the Elite Racer Series, Allen's going to get 2nd and a good fuel saving drive. Big Jim with a good points day in 3rd. Alpha saves just enough for 4th. Brett gets 5th. Big crash at the line. Does Tiger get 6th? Where is Tiger? Tiger's out. LT passed him to the stripe. So Tango wins. Allen 2nd. Big Jim. That's a really good points day. Eli 3rd place, and he's got to be feeling comfortable entering the final 2 races. Alpha 4th. Brett 5th. Then you have Chasing You in 6th. LT in 7th. Tiger in 8th. Ballstick 9th. AJ 10th. And then Pens was down there, obviously. Brennan got 13th. So Brennan last place today. Frank, I think, will get 12th, and Pens should get 11th. Yes. So that is the finishing order. But it once again came down to fuel mileage here in the Elite Racer Series, and once again Tango rises to the occasion to get it done. What a drive it was for him. We have Tango in here now, so Eli, let's just get right to interviewing him. Tango, it was right in your wheelhouse, man. Take us through it, because it looked like it was just going to be you and a few select people to save, and then literally the whole pack joined your strategy.
Yeah, I was really surprised that most of the people on controllers decided to try to save. I thought their best bet would have been to try to even out the runs on that final run, to try to take advantage of the tires. So I was really surprised when a whole bunch of people dropped back trying to save. Alan put up a heck of a fight against me. I was really worried about him. I thought he'd be able to save possibly even a little better than I was. So I just managed to get a good pit stop, and even though I was a bit more conservative getting on for that final pit stop, it all worked out. It was really good.
I was about to mention Alan, because like he was right there with you for a little bit, and I was like, if there's anyone at the end of the race that could stay right with Tango at the end of a fuel saving race, they've done a really good job. So props to him as well. He got a 2nd place out of it. But Tango, congrats on the win. Eli definitely does not have a question for you. So congrats on the win, Tango. Another one in the Elite Racer Series.
Thank you, guys.
And Alan got 2nd. So let's go to Alan. Close again, but I mean, to finish 2nd to Tango at fuel saving, I think that's technically a win in itself.
No, that's still 2nd.
Oh yeah, I get you, but 1st in class of the fuel savers.
I consider myself pretty good at saving fuel, probably on par with Tango. So, I mean, he's really good at it, so I give it to him. But I'd rather just run straight up fast person wins. But Tango's in the race, you gotta save, and he just did a little better than me today.
You were keeping up with him for a little bit. At one point, I was looking back to see where Tango was, and I was like, whoa, Alan's right in front of him saving fuel just as slow as he is. So I thought you were going to definitely have a shot there for a little bit, but maybe I think Tango started saving a little bit earlier than you. Do you think that made a difference?
No, I started saving right after the midway caution. I think my mistake was that he passed me some like halfway through that run, maybe towards the end of it, and I kept saving. I think I should have went with him and just tried to save with him. I think that would have been my best shot because I just couldn't. I just couldn't catch him back at the end. Um, so yeah, he passed me, and I should have went with him and tried to just save while I was following him. But yeah, I got on the pit road really good, but he had a better stop, so I just kind of canceled it out. And I just couldn't. I gained like a second and a half at the end there, but he was like 4 seconds in front of me, so it didn't really matter at that point.
Eli, do you have a question for second place? I assume no.
Yeah, you're correct.
All right, there you go. Well, congrats, Alan, on second. Good luck next week. I think it's Iowa next week, so good luck there.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll move on to third place, the points leader, Big Jim, not known as a fuel saver himself, but he was able to do it today and did it pretty well. You could see Tango up there. You're right behind Alan. Take us through it, Big Jim, because it looked like you were on max fuel saving for a little bit.
Oh yeah, to say the least. Definitely there at like the middle part of that second stint was where I was trying to back it up to Tango and Alan, let them blow my doors off. That's kind of where the idea wasn't to win that race with that strategy. The idea was to get a good finishing position and put myself in better position for the championship hunt. So yeah, definitely, big shout out to Tango and Alan. Kind of gutted that Alan didn't win, but at the same time, Tango is still the conservation king here, and I'm glad that I was able to at least get home in third place.
Glad you're at least able to see him at the finish line.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I think mission accomplished for you. You finished ahead of your rivals, LT and Brennan and all of them, so I think your points lead's going to be pretty massive at the end of this race. Going into Iowa, what are your thoughts about that? Because I know you're pretty sporty around that track.
Yeah, well, so is LT. LT is really fast there, and if I lag out, then he's going to be right back in the championship hunt. So had a little bit of internet issues starting out qualifying, lagged out right before it, and then qualifying happened. Nothing serious, but just a little reminder that anything can happen.
So you're saying he needs to maybe hire someone to come down and cut your cord?
Yeah, actually, it was AJ that said a really bad dad joke, and my internet just couldn't handle it. It just said, nope, going straight off. So
That'll
if he
happen.
tells any jokes during Iowa, I'll be very concerned.
All right, let's hope that doesn't happen. Congrats on the third, congrats on the good points day, and good luck in the final two races.
Yep, appreciate it.
I think that is all we have. That was Auto Club. It got a little interesting at the end, to say the least. A little bit of a different type of Auto Club race at the end there. But next week we go on to Iowa. We'll see how that one goes. That'll be a little bit of a shorter race, as Iowa's not normally too terribly long, so join us there. Obviously, as Big Jim mentioned, LT very fast there. Big Jim himself very fast there, racing against both of them and Kroger. So we'll see how they do there and see how the points battle comes down after Iowa. Only 2 races left in the season, so we'll see who can get that championship in the Elite Racer Series. Join us next week for Iowa. We'll see you guys then.